Hello everyone, welcome back to day 2 of me getting kicked out the lecture theatre for watching Shrek during the boring bits. Shrek Swamp is one of the most iconic fictional wetlands in film. Its feature as a key location in one of DreamWorks' most successful films has made it recognisable to people all around the world, but there's been one question on everybody's mind since the release of Shrek. What are the prominent geographical features of Shrek Swamp? In this video, I aim to answer that question. Spoilers for Shrek, by the way. If you're the one singular person who hasn't seen it, I highly recommend it. So, wetlands. Shrek Swamp is one of them. How are they formed? It's quite simple. A low-lying area with a river nearby floods regularly, creating a permanently damp environment which eventually develops into a wetland. As the name implies, they cannot be found in dry climates like deserts, but anywhere that gets regular precipitation can have wetlands. So Shrek Swamp probably floods fairly regularly. It makes sense that Shrek lives his life relatively undisturbed. Nobody wants to build any housing or industry on land that floods if they don't have to. And with the amount of space available around Duloc, there isn't really much need for extra space if expansion were to happen. Not to mention that Shrek himself probably scares off many potential housing developers. The Dragon's Keep suggests that Shrek also takes place near an active volcano, so it could be on a plate boundary, or if it's away from one, then this volcano is caused by some intraplate activity. Either way, we could see earthquakes and eruptions affecting Shrek Swamp. Having low elevation also means that if an earthquake were to strike, the swamp could even get hit by a landslide. Although high vegetation cover in the area gives Shrek a natural defense against that, as plants can bind to the soil and keep it from falling. So we've learnt that Shrek is actually vulnerable to a lot of different natural hazards. Hopefully the plot of Shrek 5 will revolve around Shrek using his ownership of the land to install a variety of earthquake and flood mitigation methods and keep everyone safe. Let's get on to Duloc. The nearby city-state has a population of no one at first. Almost everyone in the entire state has gone to see Farquaad's tournament. This means the population can be determined much more easily than my Woohoo Island video. The arena appears to have about 720 people. Adding Farquaad's knights and everyone that didn't come, the total population probably comes to around 900. Much smaller than most states in the real world, but considering this is in a universe where geopolitics are quite different from the modern system, it's entirely plausible. Duloc has an agriculturally based economy. We can see by the outside of the city that Duloc is surrounded by cornfields. You may think that it's obvious that this setting would have an agricultural economy due to it being set before industrialization, but the factory in the second movie that the fairy godmother owns shows us that industrialization and manufacturing is possible, and therefore a country could have a manufacturing-based economy with secondary employment. I'm mostly going to be focusing on the first film in this video, but I could make another video looking at geography and Shrek 2 another time. So the last thing I want to touch on in this video is political geography. Duloc is run by Lord Farquaad. This is a traditional feudalist system where members of the nobility would run places like this. As a lord, there would be lower status than a king, so marrying Fiona would grant Farquaad more power and influence. There's not much to explain here, we all know how feudalism works. So that's a geographical analysis of Shrek. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to do something. Actually, I forgot what it was. If you want to request a geographical analysis of something in particular, let me know in the comments, and you can also ask me any questions or let me know if I got anything wrong also in the comments. But that's it. So bye.